welcome to the Rookie Adult Podcast, where I unpack all the chaos of my young adult life as a Catholic college student. I'm your host, Kylie, and thank you for joining me. First of all, thank you to my subscribers and followers and all those that support me. The more the merrier, so make sure to hit that subscribe button and that bell button. And you can follow me on all socials as well. But today we have a fun episode because we have the first couple on my podcast, and so I'm super excited to invite them on. The two students come from Pennsylvania and Chicago, and they're here senior, junior at Ave, and they have a lot of wisdom at such a young age. So please welcome to the show, Tom and Gabi.
Hey,
thank
guys.
you so much. Thank you so much for having us on the show.
Yes, thank you.
Great. This is great Sunday activity.
I know. Obviously, we live such busy lives, so when we finally got it to work out, this is good.
Yeah.
It's the end of semester. How are we feeling right now?
You want to go first?
Yeah. It's going good. A lot of things are beginning to pile up. A lot of papers. We were working all day yesterday on just writing and stuff, but I was able to get most of what I needed to get done, which is really great. And then, just taking it all in before all my senior friends leave. And
Yeah.
It's very real. Towards the end of the semester, especially this is my senior year, so there's just so much that I want to do. There's so many things I want to do before the semester ends to end the semester well. Yeah. But at the same time, I got my thesis. I'm a philosophy major, so I got my 18-page thesis, and then I also got 2 8-page papers from my other classes these last 3 weeks, and it's just there's no way on my own I can get this all done. And actually, within this past 3 weeks, I've really been pushed and tested just in surrender and in my trust for the Lord. About a week ago, feeling all these things piling up on me, I desired to take control of myself. I desired to plan out my days and be all right, how can I get all these things done? How can I maximize my time? And when I did that, everything started to fall apart even more. And I was okay, I need to return to what I know works. And so I was it was just a huge test of returning to the surrender and returning to kind of just seeking first the kingdom, and then all the rest will be added onto me. And as I started to do that, things have started to come about. The days have started to go very fruitfully again. And I know that's the mentality I gotta hold these last 3 weeks if I want all these things. If I want the days ending my senior year to go well. I've seen that's the only way.
Yeah, I know. Because it's hard because we have the academics, but then all the people you want to spend time with.
Yeah,
and all the activities going on. We're let's have all the school events right at the end.
Oh, I know. There was a car rally at 3. There was a concert at 7. There was the boot bash at 7 too. Yeah, there's so many things, and it's not just school. College. I feel when you're really diving into the college experience, which we might end up talking about in this podcast, but when you're really diving into the college experience, it's not just school. It's a total preparation for life. It's that these 4 years are that intermediary stage between childhood and adulthood, and it's of course you're going to be pushed during those 4 years because in order to move from that to that, you gotta go through things, and you gotta figure things out, and you gotta work through things, and hopefully learn that God must be the center of that, and from there take the approach, because otherwise all these work. Things because as you know too, as an athlete, our schedules are just so busy doing so many different things. College, we talk about this too, where it's college is not a 9-to-5 job. It's a total day whatever.
I way more than 40 hours a week.
Most definitely. I wake up in my dorm, and then I don't get back to my dorm till night, and I'm just where'd all my time go? But it's because you're always running into people who you know and who you love. So you're always having 5-minute conversations here and there, if not longer. And then you got school, and then you got the programs you're in, the activities you're participating in, next steps, especially as a senior. It's what am I going to do? What am I going to do for work?
That's a job in itself.
Finding a job in itself. Finding a job is a job in itself. That's very true. And it's all these things build up, and then it's okay, if you're also thinking about next steps with relationship, which we are. It's man, all these big things start to all all right, life hits you, and it's all these big things are right here at the doorstep, and that's again why the Lord is the only thing. Trust.
He's our anchor.
Yeah.
Do you think So after graduation, and then obviously after one more year, like, do you think you'll live just as busy of a life that you're living now? Or do you want to cut back? I've gone back and forth.
Okay.
Because I think
Yeah, I want to hear what you think.
Yeah,
first.
naturally I am out doing a ton of stuff. I'm with people. And so obviously through high school and college, it's easy to get into that schedule and get into that mindset of, like, always doing something.
Yeah.
But part of me, like, really wants, like, rest.
Yeah.
And, like, consistent rest for more than just, like, an evening.
And that's why you started a podcast. Right?
Yeah. Add one more thing. Yeah, and so, like, I just feel like I'm not sure I'll keep up the same kind of regimen that I have. I don't know.
That's a very real thing. We've talked about that. If you want to, if you want to go first.
I would say, like, definitely slow down. I think I was really, really, really busy in high school, and, like, I mean, it served me really well, like, being able to come here and getting my scholarship that I have. But, yeah, I took that first year, and I was, like, able to, like, that's a lie. I was about to say I was able to rest, but no. I just kept working and kept doing things. Yeah. And then it wasn't until, like, I studied abroad in Rome that I, like, finally learned that leisure was a good thing and that doing it right is a good thing. Yeah. So it wasn't until I came back from Rome that I was able to, like, kind of take a step back. And then now, like, I still am, like, pretty good about it. But I do, like, I love talking with people, and I love going to all the events, and I know that these opportunities aren't, like, always going to be there, so I love, like, trying to get to everything. So I think, after graduation, of, like, still having those connections and being with people and, like, being involved in my community, but, like, taking in maybe more rest. But I'm afraid. I don't know if that's going to happen, because it's like, I'm going to have a job, and then I'm going to want a family, and then I'm going to,
And then you're like, after work activities, getting together.
I know. Like, I think the general thing is, like, if we want to do the Lord's will, if we want to be great, it's like, life is never going to be rest. Like, we won't, like, rest until, I mean, hopefully make it to heaven,
unite with
where
him,
it's just, like, eternal rest. But, like, I think in the sense that, like, it, because I've definitely had that hope. Like, we've talked about this so many times, that it's like, when I graduate college, I'll be done work at 5, and I'll get to come home, and then that's it, and I get to chill. But it's like, is that what I'm called to do? Yeah. And, like, I've seriously asked myself that question, and Gabby's asked me that question. She's like, Tom, are you ever going to be able to hang out even after college? Like if we're married, are we actually ever going to hang out? Or like, And I was like, I mean, I don't know. Like, I don't know. And obviously, but, like, this question of, like resting in terms of chilling, and I don't know if we'll ever get that. I don't know if we're ever called to, like, we're called to rest in the true sense of leisure, and especially, like, talking about Sunday today, where it's just, like, Sundays have been such a relief for me, especially this semester, where it's just, like, Sunday's my day to not have anything that has to be done. Like, Sunday's the day where I just, like, let the Lord take me wherever he wants me to go. And that might be, like, doing mission. That might be doing some sort of work. That might be having fun, having leisure. But I guess it's, like, that leisurely mindset of, like, Lord, you take me to where you want me to go, instead of, like, me take myself to where I think I need to go. And, like, that's what, when you mentioned Rome, like, that's what I totally saw with your person was, before Rome, like, no one could talk to you. Like, you were bang, 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 bang.
Did you guys know each other before?
We did.
Yeah.
Okay.
We had a statistics class together.
Cute. Yeah. Started in class.
Our relationship was actually so, like, the way our relationship came about was just, like, the most random, like, funny thing ever. I'll first say, like, what I was finishing up on, and then, like, get into that. But, like, you were set to your duty. You were set to your thing before Rome, that, like, it felt like you couldn't really, like, stop to talk with people. And, like, you're always kind of going, thinking about the next thing. But then after Rome, like, your person was totally different. Like, you were just so much more at, like, a restful pace, like a contemplative pace that, like, where you allowed yourself to be open to the present moment and what presents itself to you. Do you want to mention, like, talk about that for a second? Like, is that true, what I observed?
Yeah, definitely. Like, when we had class together, I was, like, full-time school, and then I also worked, like, 30 to 40 hours a week. Like, I worked a lot. Yeah. But it was,
Locally? That was locally.
In the preschool, locally.
Okay,
in a preschool,
okay.
and then I did like
Oh,
country club serving and stuff,
Okay,
which
yeah.
was fun. And like, yeah, I was always like, okay, I just need to do something, or
Yeah.
like I wanted the money
Yep.
to like
Mhm.
study abroad and
Mhm.
like being able to do those things. But wait, say what you were saying.
Oh yeah, just like before Rome, like what was your attitude, your view, and then after Rome, it seemed totally different.
It was definitely like more chaotic, and I just felt like I needed to like go, and like just keep my life moving, keep like doing what I was doing. But it's exhausting. It really is. And like even over the summer, I nannied full time, and like it was more than 40 hours a week too.
A break.
No, I just kept going. So it wasn't until Rome that I was finally like, I probably, if it was a place that I knew, I probably would have ended up like getting a job and just keep going. But since I was like in a different country, in a place I didn't know anything about, like I literally couldn't.
Yeah.
And then I got sick there too for like a whole month.
Oh.
So God was really trying to slow me down.
Yeah, slow down. Oh.
Jeez, man.
Yeah, he was really.
Sorry.
Well, I mean, it was good. It ended up really
Well,
well.
that's
So,
Yeah.
I was able to slow down, and then coming back, I think it was more of like taking everything in and like not being controlled by like things that I have to do,
Yeah.
but like more so, being present to like what God had me doing. And then like it wasn't like I wasn't doing anything. Like I was still getting done with my classes and like doing what I needed to do around campus.
Maybe
but it was
fruitful balance.
Yes.
Yeah, and all your like responsibilities, duties were getting done, but it was because like the Lord was like moving those things to get done for you, rather than you being the center of, I'm gonna get this done now in my time. And like, yeah, dude, like your person was definitely very, very different. And like I actually think, well, just like how circumstances all worked out of us coming together, that's when we started dating, was spring semester my junior year, her sophomore year.
When she came back.
Which is when she came back from Rome. And like you would probably say it yourself, like because of my temperament and my personality, like how I am, like it would not have worked like before Rome.
Yeah,
like everything
pre-Rome.
came everything came at the perfect time where it's like we couldn't even like make this up. Like I had just been through like a real big kind of reversion in my life. I'll just give a short thing real quick to what happened then, but it just kind of goes to show that for each of us, the Lord had to do in each of our lives the necessary thing in order for us to work out at the right time in the right place. And yeah, for me, like I was that same exact way. Like my temperament is melancholic, choleric, and
Melancholic is first?
yeah, melancholic's first.
Interesting.
You think
I know.
choleric, melancholic?
I thought maybe choleric first.
Okay.
But I understand those two. That's what I would have guessed for you.
Yeah.
Or is that what you are?
I'm also melancholic choleric.
Okay.
Oh, cool.
But I feel like choleric with the leadership, like all the things I'm involved in, call me to be choleric.
Yeah, that makes sense.
But like in my free time, I think I'm melancholic and constantly like
Oh yeah.
pondering.
In your head?
Yeah. I mean, so like that's if I were to put like one word on that temperament, it's like control. Like control, and that was my life. Like, I won't go through my whole faith story, but just briefly, just in the world, kind of 6th to 9th grade in terms of pleasure and all that, those different things, and then 9th grade to 12th grade, my goods moved up to academic, sports, nutrition, health, fitness. But then in college, like my goods moved up to God as the first good, starting my freshman year through this apologetical program called the Rescue Project. It was through the FSP program here. And, like it was really just incredible. It opened my eyes up to be like, God exists, and if God exists, then He is the highest good. And if He's the highest good, then He must be my highest good. Or else what am I doing?
Yeah.
Like, what am I spending all my time doing? And I noticed that, like, all these other things, like, even with successes, they didn't fulfill me, whether sports, academic, nutrition, sports, etc. There was, like, they hit a roadblock. I mean, they were higher goods than pleasure, and so they hit the roadblock slower than pleasure does, like hitting. But they eventually did, and then, so it opened up to God when I came to Ave and decided to buy into the school fully.
Oh, wow.
And that, like, I mean, that set me on a path of immense growth.
Yeah.
Yeah, this line from St. John of the Cross, like, it really, I think, encapsulates my whole kind of reversion story. But, he says a bird is just as held down by a rope as it is by a string. And I like to think of it as a bird is just as held down by a chain as it is by a string. And after I bought into the school, after I bought into God as my highest good, I started to knock off that chain link by link that was holding me back, all the things that had built up, that was holding me back from giving myself to Him and actually having a true encounter with Him, a true relationship with Him, which I had not yet had even after I realized He existed. And so from there, I started to knock them off link by link. But this whole time, it was like I was at the center of knocking off these things link by link. I was at the center of, purging my whatever passions, etc. I was at the center of going to Mass. I was at the center of going to adoration. It was me that was doing it. And that was the last string. Like, that was the last string that I quickly realized was there my junior year fall. And it was this last string of control. Like, I'm the one doing it. And I remember that summer going into the fall, like, I had the perfect schedule. Like, to the secular world, I had the perfect schedule. I was waking up, Mass, holy hour, lifting, come back, studied for like 3-4 hours, like cool topics, and then artificial intelligence, and then I would play golf, and then I'd come back, hang with family, go to bed. But I would go to bed each night, and I was just like, dude, I'm not satisfied. Like, I want more. Like, I was always going to bed unsatisfied, thinking, what else could I have done that day? And that was like the whole summer, and I was like, dude, what? Like, this is the perfect schedule according to the average mind, the worldly mind. But then I came to find out eventually through the hardest time that the Lord brought me in my life that junior fall, that control was the reason why I wasn't satisfied. It's because I was doing what I thought to be perfect. But that's only like a tiny little glimpse of what God sees as perfect. And like, I quickly realized that, and it actually sent me into a really tough time in my life, just where I took all the control upon myself, and it fell into deep overthinking, overanalyzing, indecisiveness, paralyzing of my person almost completely, to the point where I couldn't do the tasks that I had at hand. And because that, just fell into the hardest part of my life. And
for you then to come out to the
for
highest
me to come
point.
out, but that was so necessary. It's true. But I got to the winter break. I literally crawled out of the semester to the winter break, and I was like, all right, I can figure out what went wrong and how to fix it. But it was still at the, doing good things like adoration, Mass, journaling, etc. But still at the root of all that was like, I was going to do it. And not until one night where the Lord just brought me to my knees in the midst of all these things weighing down on me, where I just admitted with my whole being, Lord, I can't do it myself. And just was like, I'm putting all my chips on your table. I'm giving everything to you because I don't see a way out. Like, I can't get out myself. And I started praying a Mary Endure of Knots, Mary Endure of Knots. And over that course of the next 9 days, Mary did in fact undo that knot. And it came through natural things like a book, a retreat, seek. But it was most definitely Mary that initiated that, and that set me. That was I like to call it my reversion of surrender, my reversion of giving up my control to let the Lord have it. And I began to do that each and every day. I would start off my morning coming out of the dorm, just, Lord, you take my day and do with it what you will, not what I will. And give me the grace to surrender at each moment of this day, because I can't even do that on my own. And I was like, give me the grace to trust what you bring me, and just be present to it. And then every day of that semester was just so light and easy and joyful and peaceful. And I had not felt those feelings in, I don't think ever, really. Other than when I was just so distracted as a kid playing Fortnite and doing school and sports. I'd never felt that peace ever. And but it came as a result of surrender. And then that's when Gabrielle and I started to run into each other every day. And she had just come out. Totally. And she had just come out of her Rome experience. I had just come out of that. And that was the necessary requirements for us to be able to start to even come together. Because the reason why it started was because we would just naturally run into each other every single day. And I was just like, dude, what the heck? And every time we'd run into each other, we'd just talk and just have like a 10, 15-minute conversation. And that happened before our freshman, sophomore year. But it was just purely comical. I just thought she was hilarious, and she thought I was
pretty funny too.
And but it was nothing more than that. Neither of us thought anything more of that.
It's just you have those people, those characters on campus where you're like, oh, they would be fun to talk to for a second.
It's it's Aristotle's friendship of pleasure, friendship of play. Where it's just fun. But from there, it's just we just naturally began to talk each day. And it was
Yeah.
like all of a sudden after a week of that happening, 2 weeks of that happening, I was like, wait a second, Lord, like, are you trying to show me something? It's just like so dumb that like I can't see
You're like right in front of you.
yeah. Like it had to be brought to me.
I was gonna ask. So I've heard that you were praying at this point.
Yeah.
Is this true? Can you tell a little bit of like your side of the story?
Yeah, so this kind of even goes back to Rome of like when I went to Rome, I got sick, and then I kind of like, I wasn't really into the faith either before going, and then like being there, seeing that beauty, like I'm sure you know because you've been there too, I think that like really changed me. And then my classes there, I think specifically the art and architecture class with Hannah was just so...
You had Hannah?
Yeah, it was like, it was life-changing. And that's when I took the faith more seriously, and then like God's love just became so much more apparent to me, and like, yeah, being a daughter of Christ and rooting my identity in that. So like I became more confident. Well, I was already confident, but like more confident.
I was confident.
She was already done. I mean, she is beautiful. So, I'm kidding.
Wait, you're kidding? What's that about? But anyways, more confident, I think, like in who I was and like in who I was in my identity in God. So coming back, I think definitely just being more rooted in God, kind of back to Rome also. Yeah. I was also like praying, and I'd see St. Joseph a lot, and like every time we'd go into the churches, I'd be like, well, might as well pray for my future spouse. So I'd pray for my future spouse, and then there was one church in Trastevere, Blessed Maria Tiago is in there.
Oh, yes.
And I know she's like specifically also for...
You're like, I gotta go.
Yeah, future spouses. So I was like, I'm gonna go there. And that was like one of the last things I did. I was like, I never got to throughout the semester. So right before I left, I went with my cousin. And so I came back. And then I was with...
You got some.
Well, no, there's more.
What was that prayer that, like, the big prayer that you started
So I
praying?
came back, and, like, I was not expecting anything, basically. I was kind of just praying because I was like, okay, I know God hears my prayers.
Yeah.
I know it'll come eventually. Like, I was not expecting a relationship. Wasn't looking for one either.
Yeah.
And then my friend, just, like, randomly in the elevator, she was like, oh, have you ever heard of this 54-day novena? And I was like, no, I've never heard of it. And she's like, apparently, like, it's this St. Joseph novena for, some people pray it for their spouse. And I was like, oh, I guess I'll do that. But, like, keep in mind, this whole thing, it's a rosary novena. So you have to do a rosary every day, and it takes, like 40 to, 60 minutes. Like, it's a long prayer. Wow. And I can't even do my rosary every day. Yeah. So I'm like... Yes, I'm just like, I can do that. I'm always good at like initiating those things, but like the perseverance is never there. But when I started it, I just started it. I kept going with it. I was able to do it throughout. And then the way that it's split up is like 27 days of petition and then 27 days of Thanksgiving. So I started it, and then we kept running into each other. And then...
Do you want to tell or do you want me to tell?
I like it when you tell the story.
Okay.
You're better at putting it all together as a whole.
All right, well, that's good because you got the initial, what happened.
I got the setup.
People have told me, like, well, she was praying, obviously. I was like, well, I have to hear it firsthand.
Wait, who'd you hear it from?
I think it was it Claire?
Downs?
Yeah.
Okay.
I think it was her. This was a while back when I didn't even know you either. Like, I knew you guys were dating, but I obviously didn't know you, so I was like, I can't just go up to her and ask about
her,
yeah.
How'd you even know about that?
That's funny.
That's so funny. I mean, it's a crazy story. I didn't find out until we were both in Rome together. I studied abroad this past fall in Rome, and she came to visit for a week. And it had already been 9 months of dating, 10 months of dating by the time this occurred. Yeah. And she ended up sharing with me this story in Rome, and I was like, dude, what? You didn't think to tell me this before?
Wow, I was going to say you waited that long.
I didn't want it to seem like I was, like, manipulating you through the faith of, like, I did this 54-day novena, and now we have to be together.
Yeah, it's true.
I was just, like, letting the Lord work, okay? And once...
That makes sense. Yeah, that's good. Well,
She's surrendering.
I know. Well, thank you for doing that. But, yeah, I was like, dude, this story's incredible. Yeah, so you started playing it in the winter break. I
started praying right when I came back in January.
But yeah, as you said, like you started praying this to find your spouse, and first, like just the power of this novena, I've just recognized. Like all of a sudden, I've seen like just so many guys and girls praying this novena. I've never seen anybody pray before. I'm like, what the heck? And then every time, like, I see them praying it, I hear that their petition comes about, and I'm like, dude, no way. And then all of a sudden, all these dots started to connect with Pope Leo the 14th. He had a deep devotion to Our Lady of Pompeii his entire life.
Okay.
And that's what this novena is. It's a 54-day novena of Our Lady of the Most Holy Rosary of Pompeii, which is based on an apparition to this girl in the 1800s who had cancer, and she prayed to Mary for this cancer to kind of be relieved. And Mary appeared to her, and she said, I want you to pray 3 consecutive novenas, 9-day novenas for petition, and then I will grant you your favor, and then I want you to pray 3 9-day novenas for thanksgiving for granting me this favor. And she, after she finished praying, there's just but yeah, after
Anyway,
after she finished praying the whole 54-day novena, she was miraculously healed of her cancer. And Bartolo Longo is connected to this novena, and in his apparition with Our Lady, it's Our Lady giving the Holy Rosary to St. Dominic and then St. Catherine of Siena. And this will actually come in later in the story, but this picture is so beautiful, and it's up all over Rome. It's in every church, Our Lady of Pompeii, where it's the apparition of Pompeii for giving the Rosary to Dominic and Catherine. And it's just such a beautiful, beautiful photo. So Pope Leo has a deep devotion to this, and he actually just canonized St. Bartolo Longo. This past fall.
I
So,
never really connected that. Okay, that makes sense now.
He was a big advocate of the Rosary, and so Dominican lay person. Okay, so from here, so Pope Leo, deep devotion to Our Lady of Pompeii, and he happens to be elected on the feast day of Our Lady of Pompeii. And like right as I hear that, like I read the Pope Leo book by Ascension, and right as I hear that, I just know the Lord's work, and just seeing His providence and work in the past, like just know there's something very real there. And then all of a sudden, all these guys are praying this novena. It's coming about, and I'm like, the Lord has definitely chosen this novena as a particular devotion of His grace, a particular vessel of His grace during this period of Pope Leo's papacy.
Yeah.
And so, so all this stuff's hitting. She's telling me this story. On the 27th day of the novena, it was the first time I said, like, I liked her and I really wanted to pursue her. And she knows this all in the background. I have no idea.
I'm like taking notes in my head. I'm like,
like,
that's interesting. Today's the 27th day. But I wasn't like, I was still giving time, because I was like, this could be just me reading into it, or like, I was still letting the Lord work. I wasn't like trying to control it and being like, no, we're gonna date and we're gonna date right now.
That's good.
I was just like letting things happen.
Yeah, she was so chill. Like, she was just waiting on me, and I took a long time. Like, I was like, oh, I'm discerning this. I was like, I'm discerning dating, and she's like, what do you mean? And if I could go back and tell myself, I'd be like, what do you mean? Like, the Lord is clearly bringing all these things about. But I was so new to this surrender and this just being present.
Actually, about that too, I remember it taking a while, and I remember being like, normally I wouldn't be this patient, but I had some sort of grace of like,
you did.
Yeah,
and
I'll just wait.
You were just so
patient. I remember
Mm-hmm.
telling you about that too.
Yeah.
Like, normally I wouldn't have been that patient, but for some reason.
Wow. And like, the Lord probably knew I needed it. I'd just gotten out of like a 6-month relationship, 7-month relationship in the winter, and I mean, a great relationship, but not being the Lord's will, just kind of continued and surrendered. So I was like, everything is going so well this semester with mission, with all the stuff I'm doing with academics, with this surrender, like, to the Lord. Then I'm like, wait, why would I change anything, Lord? Like, why would I change anything and start dating a girl? But that required a step of trust on my part. And then eventually, on the 54th day of the novena, I asked her on our first date. Our first real date.
But that was like not even supposed to happen.
Oh, it all came about just random.
Yeah, it was crazy. So we were, for the institute, we were supposed to go to this Beethoven concert, and like I was gonna go with my friends, and he was like, oh, I'll drive you there, and I was like, oh no, I'm going with my friends. But then
you almost had her.
Yeah, I know.
But then my friends, like, I guess didn't sign up, and then last minute they all dropped out, like the day of. And then I was like, you know what, actually I will carpool with you. And then we both ended up being late to it.
Because we were each just doing other things, so we were totally late. And I was like, Gabrielle, I'm sorry, like, I'm 30 minutes late. Like,
and I was like, me too.
And so I made a game time decision. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to ask her on a date. And we're just not going to go to the Beethoven concert. I'm going to ask her on a date, like, when we get together to go out to dinner. And, like, obviously, yeah, it was like, I didn't yet know if I wanted to fully, like, date her. But I was just like, yeah, I'm just going to ask her on a date. And it all came out happenstance. And I asked her on a date. We went to hibachi. But it was like such a like it was not the hibachi that I was looking for.
Wait,
it was like
it was
not where they
still
cook it in
good.
front of you.
Yeah.
It was like just like one of those like side ones.
Like a hole in the wall hibachi.
Yeah. But the main
cute.
so funny. But the main moral of the story was like, yeah, that was the 54th day in the novena where I asked her. And then
I was wondering too. I was like, I wonder like what's gonna happen. Like if it'll happen day of, or if it'll just come later, if it'll come at all. And yeah, and then it happened day of, and I was like, ooh, this novena's real.
It's crazy. It really
beautiful.
is so real. And then I asked her to be my girlfriend St. Patrick's Day. It was like 5 days later.
Okay, nice.
And so that's how we started dating.
Sweet. That's really, I've never heard that. So thanks. Like,
And then there's actually one more story, which is kind of crazy. When I was in Rome and she visited me and she told me this story, I wanted to give her a gift, but I didn't yet have a gift to give her. And I had all these icons that I bought from all these different religious spots that I went to. And I had an icon of Our Lady of Pompeii because I loved it. It's so beautiful. And I got it in Poland too. Granted, she's Poland.
Right.
She's
right.
Polish.
I'm
She's
Poland.
She
Polish.
is the embodiment.
So I got it in Krakow at the Divine Mercy place. And it was this beautiful icon with a Polish inscription on the bottom, Our Lady of Pompeii. And so I was like, oh, you know what? Gabrielle went to Rome in the fall. Like, this image is up everywhere. I'm just going to give her this icon.
Oh my gosh.
And he, wait, no. He gives it to me, and I was so confused. I was like,
Because she didn't yet know that was the novena.
Yeah. I didn't know it was an Our Lady. I thought it was
Our
just
Lady
like the
Pompeii.
St.
She
Joseph's
thought it was the Holy
novena.
Rosary.
Oh,
So
great.
he gives me this icon, and I was like, none of us have a devotion to Our Lady of Pompeii. I was like, thank you. You're so
I was
kind.
like, you're welcome.
I love it. And anyways, I just take it, and then later I come home and my grandma's telling me about how she's doing like a 54-day novena to Our Lady of Pompeii, and I was like, oh, that's so interesting, Our Lady of Pompeii. And I went back. I was like, I wonder if that's the one that I did. So I went back to the one that I did, and it was the Our Lady of Pompeii. And I called Thomas right away once I connected the dots, and I was like, Thomas, why did you give me this icon? And he goes, if I'm gonna be honest, I didn't want to give it to you. I just
Well,
really.
This is what I said. I was
He
like,
didn't want
if
to
I'm
give
gonna
it to
be
me.
honest, like I just didn't really have a gift to give you, and so I gave you this.
Yeah.
And I didn't even want to because I was like, I love it, this icon. But I was like, I didn't have anything to give, so I just gave it. And then it's just crazy.
And then I was like, you'll never believe this is the 54-day rosary novena that I did.
Oh my gosh.
So crazy.
That's too many pieces coming together for a puzzle.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. It really. When I heard that, I was just like, it was just really crazy.
That's incredible.
Yeah.
That's okay. So now you're here. Flash forward a little bit. What is it like dating at Abe and having that balance of spending time with your friends, because that's obviously super healthy as well, but then also making time and prioritizing each other?
Yeah, I mean, this is a big question, especially because we're both very busy individuals. And especially for me, like as a guy, and then being a year older, like as a guy, it's particularly tough in college, especially with dating, because you're trying to build yourself now, like, and form yourself now in a variety of different ways that is going to prepare you for the future, this being the 4 years of formation that you need to become an adult. But then also, you're the one that's going to be working, like, first and foremost, and so you got to find your future, too, or, like, well, you got to surrender your future, but it's like you're moving in steps towards what am I called to do when I graduate, and with all your friends at the same time, and so it is really, truly, really a tough balance. Yeah, that's from my perspective. Is it a tough balance for?
Yeah, I don't know. I think mine's more so of like friends versus hanging out with Thomas. Like, which one do I do? And then I think the same thing of like, I think it's been good where like we particularly also have just been focusing on like ways that we can grow throughout this this past semester has been like a huge semester of growth and like healing wounds and like just moving past like things from the past, which has been really good, and I think like really foundational to like keep going, because like things like that can come up later. So that's been great. And then so growing in those ways.
I'm just always curious, because sometimes you find the couples that become super secluded and like don't interact with the environment around them. You know, and so it's just
that's a very common thing. And like it's tough, and I think it's tough, especially as you grow in love for the other. Like when you grow in love for someone, all you want to do is just spend time with them. But it's like I can't, because there's so many other things on the plate. I'm never going to see my guy, or I won't see my guy friends after college, other than calls and here and there during the year, and they're my closest friends. Like the friendships that we've both individually formed here with the same gender have been so fruitful. They're friends that I know I will keep for the rest of my life, and so it's like, how do I continue to have those grow now, because we've only known each other for 3 years, while also discerning marriage with her. And we've talked about this so many different times, and it's like, okay, what is the balance? Because obviously you get those couples who like start dating and then all they do is spend time with each other. And actually, I won't say his name, but someone at the university, a faculty member, a very wise guy, he said like, you got to be careful not to do that, because there's so many ways in which you still need to grow yourself, and so many connections, community, relationships, formation, you still need to have yourself. So actually, if all you do is spend time with them, you're going to be sabotaging yourself later on. And so he kind of gave me advice to kind of really watch out for that. And you see so many couples that do that and kind of lose out on everything else. So it was like, okay, how do we strike this balance? And we've talked about this a number of times between each other. But for me, the biggest thing starting in the spring and then onward was surrender, and just whatever the Lord brings in the present moment is what I'm going to be present to, what I'm going to be active to. So whether that's Gabrielle, great, I'll be present to her. Whether that's my friends, I'll be present to them. Whether that's work, I'll be present to that. Whether that's next steps, I'll be present to that. So that's been the method I've maintained, because I realize it's an impossible balance to know on my own. The only one that knows that balance is God. He knows everything. So I was like, how can I strike that? And I was like, I can strike that only through surrender and being present. It's so funny. It's so funny. In the beginning of our relationship in the spring, I didn't get her number for the first like month or two. And
I don't think he asked me for my phone number until we were like actually dating.
No, but it was on purpose.
It
was, it was on purpose. And I did it because, like, I mean, the phone is such a means to control. That's for sure. Like being able to text her at any time and any place, it's like, it's a means to control. So I really kind of took a step away from that, and I was like, I'm gonna wait, and if the Lord brings us together, then that means we're supposed to be spending time with each other right now. If the Lord doesn't, especially because we're not married yet, we're in a discernment period. We're in a time of just natural. I also just wanted to be naturally fun, and because of that, I just wanted it to all come about naturally instead of forcing anything. Spontaneous. And so every time we would run into each other, it would be so exciting. Because it would be like, oh, I didn't know, like, we happened to run into each other, like, and then we'd talk to each other, we'd share everything from the day, and then all of a sudden we'd go back to our dorms and not know whether we'd see them the next day or whether or not. So it was always such excitement and natural, and that was really good for me. And I think that was really good for you. There's so many times where I'd be walking out of my dorm.
And we would walk out at the exact same time. Like, timing just would work out perfectly.
You're like, I think he's about to walk out.
No, but it wasn't like I was keeping... I was not. But every time I would come out, he would, like, come behind me with a scooter. And I would, like, I was, like, looking at the scooter, and I was like, is it Thomas? And it would be him. And I was like, what? Like, you're following me. You must be seeing me out of your window and then coming out, because this is crazy. And we'd run into each other like multiple times a day.
Every day. And so like, and that also assured me like that I knew it was right, the Lord's will. And like, so that was so good. So that's like, that was it for the first like 4 months, 5 months. And just kind of went like that. Obviously, as the relationship starts to kind of move forward, it's like, okay, kind of how do we do this now? And obviously surrender is still the root of it all. But we've had a lot of conversations of like, how do we balance this? Like growing together in preparation for the future, and yeah, so it's a tough balance that we kind of worked between. We've talked with a lot of people, including this one great guy named Joel. But I think the biggest thing that we did was like we realized, okay, like what is dating? Like what is dating? And dating in its core, I think, is discernment for marriage. It's like, am I called to marry this girl? And like so like I know pretty early on, like we both just felt like it was right, like that this relationship is right, and that this girl could most definitely be the girl, and same thing vice versa. And so because of that, like that put us at ease a little bit to be like, we don't, like, we've already are moving in the right direction in terms of the biggest reason for dating. So we don't need to force like anything. We don't need to force anything. So that like put it at ease a good bit. And then just keeping it natural.
Yeah. And then I would say too, like, we're both like devoted to other things too, of like, oh, we both have classes, we both have like events and like groups that we want to do. So I think that's also good to have, and like
to be involved on campus and other things, to have commitments. That brings that natural then separation for then when you are together, it's even more cherished.
No, it's so
that's
good.
a big thing too.
And then also like the final point too, like that I realize is like I don't need to be on, we don't need to be on call with each other 24/7. Like we just don't, because we're not yet married. Like she has all her friends that she can turn to. Like this sounds kind of crazy, but like you have all your friends you can turn to. You have your family, and those are the people that actually you ought to turn to right now for kind of issues and struggles, because we're not yet at that point. Like which is most prominent in marriage of so we didn't need to be in 24/7 communication with each other. And I kind of realized this, and I was like, I have my friends to turn to, my family to turn to. You have yours and yours, so we don't need to necessarily be the one to be in 24/7 contact with each other. And kind of like never before, like, has that ever been the case before the phone? And so that's like another thing I realized was like relationships went perfectly fine. Like before the phone came. And actually they went a lot better.
I know. I was like, I think we could get rid of that.
And so like that's kind of the mentality that we took in terms of what is this balance.
You mentioned a while back, and with surrendering, Our Lady Endearer of Knots. She's my confirmation saint, so I love her.
Wow.
So I didn't know you also.
That's amazing.
Is that why then, I'll give you a little, so you started a business. Is that why?
Shameless plug.
Adorn
to Adorn.
I was going to say, is that then why you chose to do Mary Endearer of Knots as one of your necklaces, or no?
No, it wasn't specifically tied to like Thomas, but like it was definitely like a more of a general thing. Of, like I've heard so many people like Thomas, and then my best friend Ava also had like a crazy thing happen to her with Endearer of Knots. So I know that a lot of people have a particular devotion. So
do you want to give a little blurb, like why you started the business or what your business is all about?
Sure. Okay. So I was a social media intern for Gabrielle Isabel, which was a lot of fun. And I just loved like seeing the creativity and like adding these like just like beautiful dimensions to the faith, and like using that to grow into your faith daily. And then I would say like a big thing with like, there are like a bunch of beautiful like Catholic shops like West Coast Catholic and House of Jopa and all those places. But I would want, like, for my brand specifically, I would love to like take those things and like be able to apply them so that you like wear them and then you're able to like return to God, but like in small little moments. So like with the necklaces right now, I have like a prayer card that goes out with them, and then I'd want it to be like a thing of like building habits of like, and it's for women who want to like grow in their faith, and building habits in that way of like, okay, I have this necklace and I turn to it and I'm like, okay, Mary, help me with my exam today. Like just small like little turns, like nothing big, but like those small like prayers throughout the day do really like change how the day goes. So turning in those ways.
I'll make sure to link you,
good.
obviously, because it's such a cute shop too, very aesthetically pleasing.
Thank you.
It is. I was like, she didn't tell me about this, like, like when she did it, and I was like, and then she's like, oh, I just made my website. I was like, what do you mean? For what?
For what?
Yeah.
And she's like, I got business cards. I'm like, what?
What are you?
Business cards? I'm like,
Yeah.
what is this? And then
I
finally,
like doing my own things sometimes.
but see, that's good. Like
Yeah.
she grew into
Yeah,
her
yeah.
own, like we're both growing into our own persons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
While at the same time, hopefully being communicative.
Yeah.
Kidding. But I got to see it the other day, and I was like,
Yeah.
wow, like this is amazing, and just her concept of like you adorn yourself in order to adore, and reminding like, I think that's so beautiful. So it's amazing. So
Yeah.
happy for
A
you.
fellow entrepreneur, trailblazer. So I was like, I have to highlight her.
That's so good.
Thank you.
And real quick, you
Yeah.
guys, so you mentioned the Mary Under of Knots novena. You have a deep devotion. I'm curious to kind of why you think that's the case.
Because there's also like a prayer that's you can say separately that's like hers as well. There's a prayer. Anyway,
So it's separate from the novena?
correct. Yeah.
Okay.
Like I didn't do this was growing up middle school time frame. This was not a part of the novena. So there was just a prayer card with her prayer on the back. Middle school, I lived in Virginia, so I was born and raised in Maryland, but then for 5th and 6th grade, I then went to Virginia for my dad's job, went to a small Catholic school, obviously thrived, loved it there, came back to a public school back in Maryland,
Yeah.
drastically different, obviously. And I had come back thinking everything would stay the exact same as when I left it. I would have the same friends, I'd have the same circles, the schooling would be the same. I'd go back and like people would remember me and we'd be close just like we were before. Obviously that was a very naive idea because they moved on as well.
Wow.
So just long story short, it was 7th and 8th was very much a deep struggle.
Wow.
To even, I would be crying on the way to school every day because like I enjoyed school, like the schoolwork, yeah, but there was just no motivation to continue to put myself through that.
Wow.
And so just really dark, just deep struggles. And I think it was my dad, he already knew I was very nervous to come back after like the orientation weekend, and then starting, he gave me the prayer card. And I started praying that at the exact same spot every time on the way to school. And like, obviously I have it memorized because I said it so much and that's like my go-to prayer.
Wow.
And it wasn't immediate. It was like this slow, gradual change of like finding my spot in school and like getting more security and realizing like there is goodness in life. Like there is a reason for me to be here kind of thing.
Wow.
I became super close with my classmates with special needs and like I threw myself into that 7th and 8th grade and it was the best decision ever. Like that gave me so much joy because they gave me so much joy and I was able to help them too. Like it was such a mutual thing.
Yeah.
And that came about, I know, because of my prayers to Our Lady of Miracles. So that's just a very small glimpse. Took her into high school, helped me there too, but
Oh my goodness.
that's where it originates.
Well, that's incredible.
Yeah. Yeah.
Dang, thanks for sharing that.
Yeah.
I didn't even know you could have like a Marian apparition or like a Marian devotion as your confirmation.
Yeah,
That's
I
sick.
asked.
That's so cool.
Yeah, I was like, I can do Mary, like, under of knots, right? And they're like, yeah, sure.
Wow.
Yeah, so
That's
it's
so cool.
Yeah.
It's an intentional choice.
Oh,
yeah. Yeah.
Like, because I got my confirmation in 6th grade. It was not an intentional choice.
6th grade?
Yeah.
Oh, mine was in
Definitely
8th
not an
grade.
intentional choice.
Yeah.
Do you know who your confirmation
Yeah, I
is?
just chose my dad's name. I was like,
Oh, so
I'm just
happy.
gonna choose my dad's name.
Yeah.
But that's such an amazing story. Wow.
Yeah.
Thanks for sharing that.
Yeah, of course.
And the reason, like the biggest reason, I think you'll like to hear this. But when I told my dad about the 54-day novena related to the Most Holy Rosary, and I explained all these things that are going on, he's like, "Oh yeah, that makes sense." He's like, because that was the case with the Mary Under of Knots novena under Pope Francis's papacy. Pope Francis had a deep devotion to Our Lady of Knots, and because everybody prayed that novena under his reign. And then all of a sudden I went back to my own experience, and I was like, wait, that's the novena I prayed that freed me from the deepest struggle of my life too. And it was during Pope Francis's reign.
Yeah.
And I was just like, oh my goodness, like,
Yeah.
these things are so real. Like, God does choose tangible things, particularly to bring about His grace. And, like, that's just so amazing to hear your story, because I just know the Lord was working in that way, and Mary was working in that way in your life.
Yeah.
Wow, that's incredible.
Yeah. So she's obviously still right by my side. She is my go-to woman.
That's amazing.
And she's a patron of this podcast, so that's partially why.
Oh, cool.
I'm like, I'm entrusting this to you. I'm like, you have to bring this to the Lord, because,
Wow.
yeah. She brought me here, so I was like, I have to bring this to her.
She brought you to Ave?
She brought me through a lot of my darkness to then be here at Ave.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
So I was like, she's got to be here still.
That's amazing.
Yeah. So.
Well, real quick,
Yeah.
and I know we don't got too much time,
No, that's fine.
but if you want to, I don't know if you've given on this channel so far, like, why did you end up at Ave? Why did you come to Ave?
That's funny. I went to an all-girls Catholic school run by Dominicans in Baltimore. It was an hour and a half drive each way.
Wow.
So I had no desire to go. My older siblings went to public school near us when they went through, but public school had obviously changed. And my parents were like, I think this would be a really great fit for you. And I was like, I absolutely do not want to go. They ended up taking me. My dad usually, had the ability to telecommute. He would drive me all the way up there, work in Panera for the day, and then stay for practice and all my extracurriculars.
Wow.
And then we would drive back and then do the same thing the next day.
Oh my goodness.
Did that all the way through until then I could drive myself junior, senior year. Then I drove up and down, which is why I love driving, was probably because of that.
The hour and a half.
Yeah, and traffic, just,
Yeah.
lots of time to think.
Oh, I bet, especially as a melancholic. Like,
Yeah.
A lot of time to think.
Yeah.
That's good.
Obviously, Dominican Sisters, they implemented a philosophy program my sophomore year.
Cool.
By that time, I loved MDSA. My high school loved it. I was flourishing and stuff like that.
Wow.
And Ave was just one of the choices, obviously, they wanted to promote because it was a Catholic liberal arts school. And I came down here, and I wanted to play lacrosse still, but I wanted that balance. I didn't want lacrosse to be my primary. I wanted that faith, but good academics. And I knew I wanted to major in philosophy. Anyway, so I knew these things. I came to Ave, took the tour, and my dad was like, you did not stop smiling. Like, the entire time. And I was like, yeah, this is it. Like, it was that easy.
Just knew.
Yeah, I, got here. People are walking around with rosaries. Like, athletes are going to daily mass. Like, I was just like, this is my home. Like, this is where I'm supposed to be. Made the college decision super easy.
Wow.
Obviously got athletic scholarship with a special, NAIA, because they can offer it. And so, things like that, and it just fell into place super easy.
Wow.
And so obviously Ave has that blend of academic. Faith obviously is the ground and the center, but then academic and athletic and trying to form the whole person, which is what I wanted. So.
That's so good. Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
That's
So
amazing.
it was an easy
And has it been a good
choice.
4 years?
Oh my gosh, yeah. Yeah, it's been incredible. It's opened me to a lot of stuff. I never would have imagined how my life had gone these past 4 years.
Wow.
And yeah, it's been really good. It's
That's
been
incredible.
fruitful even in my struggles. And,
Oh, yeah.
the bad things that happen somehow become obviously good.
Yeah, and
Good
that's
is
so
pulled out of
true.
that.
I mean, from our stories today, it was clear that, the Lord, most of the time through struggle, through adversity, through difficult moments, brings us to where He wants us to be.
Yeah.
And, that is just so true from your story, from my story, from your story. And, I mean, this is a big thing. It's don't be afraid of that struggle. I'm going through it right now. And it's it's been a year and a half of this surrender, this surrendering where I've grown in it. I walked the Camino de Santiago for 33 days, and that was a huge time of growth and surrender. But it's a continual, everyday thing where I got to wake up and choose God first, to seek first the kingdom.
Sometimes it doesn't happen, but then you have to begin anew.
Yeah, and right now I'm going through a tough time. I know you're going through a tougher time with your classes and all that schedule, but with these three big things, these big papers, it's can I trust God in the midst of this, that they will get done by being present? And it's tough. It's a challenge, but it's a test. It's a test, and it's a training ground. The gospel from, I think, 2 days ago, it was a story of the multiplying of the loaves, and Jesus talks to Philip, and Philip's like, it would take 200 days' wages. He's looking at it from the human point of view, and but Christ is testing him, testing his trust to say, I believe that you can multiply these loaves, and training him for when Christ is gone.
Yeah.
To be able to have that trust even when Christ is not yet there and he can't be seen. And that's been a big thing of the past week for me in the midst of all these things, is like, can I believe without yet seeing? The homily again today was on that topic, and it's just so true. It's so true.
Yeah. Thank y'all. Okay, so the last little blurb is a rookie rocker flop segment. Something recently we've done that's like adulting-ish, or something like that's a new learning experience or something like that. Super stupid, but I was out prepping for formal, so we went into LaBelle to look at the grounds, for the function. Anyway, coming back, I saw that all of my tires were severely decreased in air. I'm like, that's kind of odd. It's not cold, anyway. So I had to find like a gas station in the middle of nowhere, because LaBelle is kind of in the middle of nowhere, and fill up all my tires with air. First time doing that in probably years. But, yeah.
That's great.
Yep, that's it.
I've never done that, so.
Oh, exciting, upcoming.
If I ever need help, I know who to call. Recently figuring out when, how, where I'm going to get my wisdom teeth taken out.
Oh,
yes.
Yikes, you still have them?
Yes.
I guess that's right.
They're not painful. I have
good.
one coming in, but it is a lot of calling, a lot of figuring out insurance stuff.
Yeah.
A lot of back and forth, because they're not communicating with each other, and they're like, we don't take your insurance, and I was like, literally the doctor said you did. But so a lot of patience within all that too, but I finally have an appointment for a consultation.
Exciting.
So catch me there in June.
Wisdom teeth is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's great. Mine, I don't know. Mine would probably be traveling on my own. This summer, and kind of just doing everything that needs to be done for that, including TSA pre-check, getting that. Just those little tasks. Also looking for housing for next year.
Yeah.
I'm coming back to Ovid, but I'm obviously going to be gone, so the search for housing, and just all these other random things that get
logistical things that need to be an independent thing.
Yeah, it's like.
Yeah, it's you just wish there was someone easier.
Yeah, you were like, wait, it's not provided?
Imagine if I was I did laundry. Laundry. My freshman brother's saying that right now.
Yeah, I'm sure. That kind of wraps it up. Before I say a blurb, thank you very much, too. Obviously, this was a great conversation.
Yeah.
Do you have any last blurbs, any last seconds of advice before I do my wrap up?
For me, it's just it's the thing I'm constantly telling myself, is to seek first the kingdom of God, and all the rest will be added unto me. That is, if I seek first the kingdom of God and I am attaining that peace with God, all the rest is not necessary, but the Lord will add it and He'll give it to me, and that's what I've been pushed to do. And the priest at Mass Day talked about the holy hour, and just spending time in friendship with God, where this can be fostered in. So I would totally recommend the holy hour. Changed my life.
Yeah. Yeah, and we were just talking about this recently too, because it was kind of ebb and flow. We were kind of at a low, and then we started doing Mass and adoration again together, and just the difference in the peace throughout the day, and
incredible.
Everything that gets done, it's only the Lord. So recommend that for sure.
Sweet. Well, thank you very much.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, of course. And thank you all for tuning in, whether via YouTube or Spotify, Amazon, wherever you find the podcast. Thank you for tuning in. I will see you in a couple weeks. And thank you. God bless, and we'll see you later. Bye.
Bye.